we're at the entertainment, which is the intermission between 2 and 3. And we're gonna play it. So here we go. Play, play, play. The entertainment. The entertainment. I am the entertainment today. I will be your entertainment today. My name is Taco. And I now seem to be in a weird first person perspective. And I don't know what's going on. Yes, I am now in a first person's perspective. Barfly sits alone at a table with two empty glasses. Two glasses, one empty. Barfly examines empty glass. There is a brick sandwich. A brick sandwich right there. Examines full glass. Looks at ashtray. Blows gently with pursed lips. Observes ash configuration. You think it's a funny piece of ham? That is a funny looking piece of ham. Coughs. Wipes nose. With sleeve. Oh, my sleeve's all the way up here. At length, inspects sleeve. Remember something trivial about the prior evening. Looks up suddenly. Looks left. Looks right. Skims newspaper. Article about cross-country travel. By hot air balloon. Visualizes hot air balloon launch. Forgets. I don't know why there's a brick sandwich. I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. Can't do anything. None of my buttons work. Oh, hard time served. Scene late morning. Oh look, there, it looks like we're on stage. The tavern is called the Lower Depths. The clientele is working class. It is opening morning through late night. The walls are wood paneling. Floor is linoleum tile. The Lower Depths is rarely busy, but it is never empty. Okay. Lighting. 400 watt 6-inch Fresnels. Lights mounted on battens. Lights angled for general illumination. Lights are soft, low intensity. 2 downstage lights greatly intensify. Half ellipse glow on wall behind bar. No! There's people here! Too GD hot! It's cool in here. Yep. Like Babylon outside. GD, you're right. Well, cool in here. It's an oasis. I wonder how Ted's holding up. AC. Down here, they all have it. Down there, they all have it. Sure, you're right. I've never been to Texas. Oh, sure. They all have AC. Too cold almost. In July, even. He's got a hotel. Yeah, hotel life. That's living. Maybe too much. I mean, what's to stop him, really? Meet some tall thing at the hotel bar? Nah. Ted's a good man. I know. He wouldn't run around. You're right. How about a beer? No beer today. Hard Times whiskey. That all you got? It's a good whiskey. Local. Yeah. You take deliveries from them? Sure. You ever see one of them? The boys from Hard Times? What? I heard they're strange. They work hard. They make good whiskey. Who are we to judge? Sure, who are we? No one of consequence. What's all this bread for? Sandwiches. Rain's Law. The old ones went bad while you were on vacation. You have a good time while the sandwiches rotted? Oh, you know me. Couldn't shut it off. 7 days on a beach, and all I could think about was work. You know, the new kitchen. Maybe hire a hostess, you know? A hostess? At the lower depths? Crazy. Nah, it's not so crazy. I was in a bar down there in New Orleans. They had a hostess, some dive. She seats you and, I don't know, points out the specials. Could have specials every night in here. Drink specials? You make cocktails? Nah. Food specials. Monday night, chicken. I don't know, grilled chicken. Caesar salad? Class it up, you know? Bess would have liked it. Here's the Bess. Yeah. Let me go grab, here's the Bess. Good Christian woman. Good Christian woman. How about that sot in the corner? Not bothering nobody. Is that me? Been here long? As soon as I opened. Got started a bit earlier, I suspect. On a bender, huh? Sleeping in a ditch or something? You don't think... Maybe Ted? Nah. Ted's a good man. Honest. Well-liked. He's liked, but... He's well-liked. Sale's a good fit. Selling hammers. Can you believe it? Somebody has to. The hammers. They don't sell themselves. Hammers? Who travels to sell hammers? Here. It's just hard. Ted on the road. It's tough all over. What do you do all day? Come here, I guess. Sure. That's what I do. Cheap drinks, conversation, and the entertainment. Sure. What's tonight? Oh, tonight it's... Oh, Junebug. I'll stay for that. I need some music. Get my mind off Ted. Something romantic, you know? A love song from when the world was young. What time? Maybe 8? Maybe. Around 8, maybe. Well, set them up slow. Or I'll sleep right through it. What's happening? Oh! Exit. I see an exit. There's an exit sign. There's an exit sign right... Oh! Wait, what's going on? Put it back on that. Act 2, sound cues. Sound 5, distant highway. Sound 6, nature program. Sound 7, drone number 2. Sound 8, door opening. Sound 9, door closing. Sound 10, car passing by. Alright. Set designer's notes. Doolittle must have an odd bird. Must have been an odd bird. Many playwrights, a Tennessee Williams or a Eugene O'Neill, spend as much energy on precise descriptions of the play's set as they do on any of the dialogue. So it's my job is finding ways to be creative without constraint. So Doolittle only describes settings, poetically. To be honest, I think he'd have preferred there wasn't a set at all. Well, here I am building one anyway. Serves him right for disappearing all those years ago. The enigmatic wino. I don't mind a drink, but I hate riddles. Lula Chamberlain. Hey, there's people. They're like watching a show. Look at that. Hard to see them, but they're there. Wakefield Stuns in Entertainment, the premiere at Buffalo Street Student Theater, was a curiosity. Two obscure plays by a local author were simultaneously presented for the pleasure of a handful of baffled patrons. The result? An absorbing, if unfocused, drama about the ills of debt and dishonesty. Certainly the highlight is Sarah Wakefield's performance as Pearl Slade, the young woman who tries to rid herself of her parents' debts. She is a revelation. Sadly, her verve and imagination do little to salvage the tepid pantomime of the barfly, a character who perhaps could have done with a few lines after all. Levi Tolbert, Kentucky Post. Okay. Put it back on that Weird Dinosaur Show, will you? Nah, those history programs don't make any sense. I prefer the nature programs. They think they can just say anything on TV. I don't believe there to be a damn word in the Bible about dinosaurs on the ark. Been a long time since Sunday school for me. Do you go to church, though? Nah, not since Beth. It was her church, really. Good Christian woman. Good Christian woman. Well, I'm curious to see where they're going with it. You've got to know. They've got you now. That's what he said. I just think they're gonna run out of rope before long. Dinosaurs on the Ark. I prefer the nature programs. Yeah. So your vacation was good? 7 days poolside. I thought you said it was a beach. Oh, sure. No, it was a pool. Was it a pool? Or a beach? Maybe. I don't remember. Weird. You think I'm making this up? Oh, no, Hey, there's somebody else here. Hi, Harry. It's Pearl. Are the old folks here? Just me and Evelyn all morning. Hi, Evelyn. And that sot. That's me. I think that's me. In the corner. You're early, Pearl. Your parents usually don't roll until the evening, 5 or 6. Everything all right? Oh, sure, thanks. We just have some stuff to talk about. Hey, Lars, it's going okay. We're exploring some dialogue in Kentucky Route Zero, or Kentucky Route Zero, if you pronounce route as route. Well, post up here and let's watch this weird dinosaur show. I'll stand you a drink. All Harry's pouring today is Hard Times whiskey. That all you got? They make a good whiskey. Sure, but, you know, the rumors. Rumors are rumors. Put it on my tab, Harry. Wouldn't they be... So, in Kentucky, wouldn't they be calling it bourbon? I'm just saying. I find it questionable that it's not called bourbon. Bourbon's like a Kentucky thing. Put it on my tab, Harry. Oh, he's making brick sandwiches. You driving, Pearl? Oh, God, no. You know they want almost 40 cents a gallon? I had the early shift, so I just walked over. In this heat? You still working over there at Ace Jewelry and Loan? Joe Harden proudly trading shortcuts for dignity 6 days a week since 1962. At least they have the piety to shut down on Sunday. With Joe, it's more likely a hangover. Can it be both? Well, I know you see more trade than I do. Must be slow over at the hardware store. Slow isn't the word. And now Ted is out, shilling for quality hammers to make up income. Have you considered quality hammers on your shelf? We've made the switch recently and the business is tripled. Well, of course, I'd love to have dinner with your lovely daughters. Evelyn. Hey, a man gets lonely out on the road. I know how it is. Nah. Harry, you've been traveling, right? Sure, yeah. Down in New Orleans, just taking a break. Making some brick sandwiches. A vacation. Looking around for ideas. Tell her about the pool or the beach. Evelyn. Sounds nice. And the hostess. I may just cut you off. Looks dejected. Clears. So the pool or the beach. Yeah, Harry. Which was it? Well, it was a week of relaxation and now I'm back. You still look stressed. If you don't mind me saying, he just looks like that. Sure, that's just how I look. I've never known you to leave town, Harry. I've never known you to leave this bar. Oh, no, I get out. You still drive that old truck? I don't know. I think they towed it eventually. The hell you say? That must have been years ago, Harry. How did you get around now? I take the bus or I walk. You walk to New Orleans? Watch it, Evelyn. I didn't mean nothing by it, Harry. Harry, did you really go to New Orleans? Now, just where do you two get off? Sorry, forget it. Sure he didn't. Mean nothing by it. This is weird. He'll lay off you and get back to drinking. Gotta get ready for the entertainment. Oh, who's on tonight? Tonight is Junebug. Works for me. Round 8, I think. I'll stick around. I could use some sad music. I came here to break some hearts. What's that? To dash dreams. What are you talking about? I've got to talk to my parents about their bar tab. I won't be paying for them anymore. Hang on now. No, it's time to cut the old folks loose and head west. I can't keep enabling them, you know? A debt's a debt now. Harry, I'm sorry. I know you got a vested interest, and I don't want to make a victim of you. They'll come up with it somehow, I'm sure. No, it's not that. The thing about debts is you never know when they'll be reckoned and called in. What's that mean? I'm not saying anything, but I know debt, Harry. I see it all day. It's all around me, like a thick gray fog. It's in the air I breathe. At the pawn shop, they have a new financial technology. I'm the ambassador. Did you know that? A new technology? It's a new kind of debt, Evelyn, and it's a mess. What do you mean? What kind of new debt? You know what we do at the pawn shop? Secured loans. We don't buy used goods. We take personal property as collateral on a loan. Then, if you don't pay your loan, we sell your stuff. Sure, I get that. It works for people who couldn't get loans otherwise, I guess. Now Hardin has this new idea. He calls it a payday advance. But it's just a short-term unsecured loan with a wicked interest rate. There's no filtering. Most who borrow can't keep up. Then he has this big pile of debts with big returns on paper, and he can sell those debts to a bank. Who's borrowing like that? Who do you think? when Joe put me in charge of it, the only dark-skinned clerk in the whole shop. You think so? I know it. Don't you see? I look just like you. You can trust me. But Joe knows they won't pay on time. There's no money in lending, but there's money in usury. That's in the Bible. I won't be a shill. I just have to save a bit more, and then I go to California, I'll be a real clerk. At a credit union or something. Something ethical. I just have to get rid of these old parasites first. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. Well, my tab is in good shape, I think. You're behind too. Not as bad as the Slades, but... Well, Harry, the only thing I owe you is a handshake. And this whiskey you're about to pour me. Let's say this one's on me, Pearl. Nah, I'm good for it. For today. Let's say it's on me. You're awfully strict about cash for a guy who just got back from a vacation. Drink up, Evelyn. Maybe you'd better find some other chair to sink into so your debts don't get reckoned out from under you. I'm out for a bit. I'll be back later to disappoint a couple of old deadbeats. I'll stay for the entertainment. I won't throw you out, but just remember what I said. What is going on? What is happening? Do I need to look up? Do I need to look up some more? At my table? Oh. Barfly slumps alone at table. Barfly remembers, scowls at memory of unkind word, remembers, considers retorts to perceived slights, remembers arguments, forgets specifics, scans forecast, tries to remember day of week, considers past or future thunderstorm, scratches absently at table, silently repeats prayer to stupor. Okay. Act 3, sound cues. Distant highway. Drone number 3. To set the play in present day 1973, we need to adjust the price of gas, as discussed by Pearl, Evelyn, and Harry. We also made some adjustments to the description of Pearl's work. We left in a line about Rain's Law, which would have been archaic in Doolittle's time anyway. I guess the biggest change we made, besides mashing the two Doolittle plays into one, was to the title. I thought we would rename it A Reckoning and a Barfly to mix the two titles and really be clear about where it came from. But Carrington liked the bleak irony of the entertainment. Okay. Yes, we did. Yes, we did, Finkelroy. You got 500 tacos because I got the question wrong. Stiffly written but well acted. There aren't many characters in the entertainment now playing at Buffalo Street Student Theater, but the director, James B. Carrington, has been able to give them all enough dimension to make them interesting. Edgar Foy's performance as dejected bartender Harry is convincing, but this is not a role in which an actor can project much power. The audience pities him without ever really knowing why. Indeed, despite the cast's well-rounded portrayals, sparks only fly once or twice. Zoo Hook, Louisville Times. Alright, back here. Oh! There's somebody else here. Rosa. Management material? That's what he said. Is that so? 11 years behind a supermarket till. You're damn right. Damn right. I have commitment and reliability. That's what he said. Management material. I'll bet they raise you to $3. I'll bet 4. The responsibility. You see Pearl today? I was working all day, I think. Usually doesn't work mornings. The Slade women are all getting promoted. Slade women are all getting promoted. I think they just put her on another shift. What's the morning shift like at a pawn shop, do you think? Black coffee and desperation? Let's celebrate. Harry, another round. We're celebrating 2 promotions in the family. Harry, talk to Pearl today? She worked all day. She was here earlier looking for you two. She'll be back. Why don't you just pace yourself till you talk to her? We're celebrating. They have a brick sandwich too. Pace yourselves. Or pay your bill. Why are you so stuck on a bill all of a sudden? Are you sunstruck? Sure, you know it's twice as bright when you got the ocean and the pool both reflecting at you. Evelyn? You catch sight of any alligators? Sure, it was gators everywhere. A swamp. Big, sandy swamp. With a pool and a hostess. What's that? Set him up, Harry. Junebug will be here any minute. And we want to be receptive. Alright. But I keep track. There'll be a reckoning. Folks here about the reckoning. First I've heard. What's up, Harry? Short on your bills? Let the books get away from you? That's an ignorant thing to say. Been doing my books for 10 years. Keeping this place alive all on my own. Ever since Bess. I don't just let you run that tab up until you drink yourselves underground. Now, he didn't mean nothing by it, Harry. Yeah, Harry. You know I'm only joking. Sure, I know. I know you're joking. Alright, let's drink. I better slow down. Hard times whiskey comes on strong. Don't want to end up like that. Boiled Al in the corner. I can't tell anymore. I hear that they have some secret ingredients or a secret process or something. Something in the wood. Maybe it's baby mice. From our Jackbox game earlier. They age it in. Yeah, something strange in that wood. Drink up, Larry. Don't call me Larry. Sounds like an old man. Alright, Silver Fox. Now you... I'll let that slide. Another? Well, I don't get paid until Friday. And I haven't seen Pearl all day. She can pick it up when she comes back. Don't count on it. What the hell kind of thing is that to say? Our own daughter. Generosities have limits. I don't know what she said, but the Slades are good for it. This family takes care of our own. Sure, we'll get it. Straightened out when we come back. Better get there soon. Better get here soon, or she'll miss the entertainment. Shouldn't Junebug be here by now, Harry? Yep. That's what you get working with artists. Good entertainment, but it's always late. This is pretty late, though. We'll stick around. We're celebrating. Sure. Yeah, not expecting a late-night sentimental call. And if he does, let it ring. The philanderer. Last drink, Evelyn? One more, Harry. I just want to hear some music. Well, she better show up soon. Alright. What's next? There's the exit. But I can't go to the exit. This is weird. Oh, look at the table. Look down at the table. No. 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 Oh, here we go. Here's the table. I can look at the table again. Barfly slumps half asleep on table. Struggles to remember. Mental checklist. Drunkenly fumbles in pockets. Remembers. Places right hand on chin. Places left hand on leg. Leans precariously in to the table. Closes eyes. Opens eyes. Scans table for landmarks. Remembers. Spits. I'm not gonna spit. Glances down at newspaper. Tries to be interested. Shuffles. Surrenders. Alright. Act 3, sound cues. Distant highway. Jukebox love song. Disconcerting hum. Writer notes. Many in the audience consider leaving. If anyone leaves, let them leave. The theater is not a prison. If anyone coughs, cough also. The theater is not a sickbed. We minister to the audience. We revere the pains of the audience. Lim Doolittle. Entertainment bores at times. The conclusion of the entertainment is obscure modernism posing as tragedy. We can only presume that this is another of this company's experimental interventions into the original script, as it betrays the human drama as carefully erected over the prior 3 scenes. Lulu Chamberlain's set is unpretentious and realistic with a handful of confident lighting cues. Dialogue is an easy facility for barroom banter, but a disconcerting habit of settling into familiar grooves. An uneven but decent production. Nathan Masters, Lexington Herald. Hey, she's back. Evelyn, drunk. I love this song. Is that drunk? I love this song. Oh. Pearl sober. I've never heard it. It's a love song. It's a Valentine. Sure. Ever been in love? Nope. Me neither. Well, there's Ted. Son of a bitch. Evelyn. You love Ted, right? He's a son of a bitch. Out on the road. Selling hammers and hammering shop girls. You know he isn't. Well, I wish he would. You don't mean that. Sure. I don't mean that. He's a son of a bitch. But you have to stick by your family. Sometimes. If it kills you. Do you? Why? You just have to. Why? I love this song. What if they're better off without us? My folks could get better with money. Ted could, I don't know, meet someone new? Hey, Wood. He's a good man. Would he? Would you? Ugh. All I want is to be free of parasites. Keep my own money. Pay my own debts. Don't be a fool. Buy me a drink. What do you want? I want to run a hardware store with my dear husband. Evelyn, I want a whiskey. That's all you want? And a love song. She could have said, sure. Pearl, you could have said something. I shouldn't have to say anything, Dad. Letting us just sit and soak up a debt? We're celebrating. Pearl, it's supposed to be a celebration. Don't you know the news? Don't you know the news? Larry, drop it. So celebrate. I'm not stopping you, but I'm not paying for it. Your mother's going to be a manager, so put a manager's salary on that tab. It's not... Sure, they said she's management material, but what kind of material are you, Pearl? Maybe? He said maybe. I'm made of sweat and blood and beer. Just like you raised me. That's a damn strange thing to say. Sure, my hands are cut up, but you're a loan clerk, and your mother is a manager at a supermarket. Damn it, Lawrence. It's not settled. Not settled. O'Neill just handed you a promotion. Why can't you celebrate? Rosa, what did he say to you? Remember what he said to you? He said, didn't he? He said, maybe eventually. Maybe eventually? Maybe eventually. Management material. Keep your chin up. Maybe eventually. Sooner or later. Keep your chin up. How's that, Dad? Enough. You can still settle. It'll just take longer. I should look again. Just sit with me. Larry. Larry! Let's just wait for the music. Get away from the awfulness. Sure. So we can celebrate. Sure. The Slade women are moving up. Eventually. If she's this late, she's not coming. Where's Junebug? Where's the entertainment? I said, if she's this late, she always shows up. I've got nothing better to do. You gotta settle up first? Don't be a fool. Watch it. I'll buy you a drink. How about, water? Evelyn, and maybe call it a night? Oh, what time is it? I love this song. It's relaxing. Like the sun by the pool. On a beach full of gators. God damn it, Evelyn. Harry, your language! What would Bess think? Good Christian woman. God damn it, who cares? If I did or didn't go to New Orleans. She didn't mean anything by it. Maybe I just sat here, alone in the dark. Would you like that, Evelyn? That what you want to hear? Watching nature programs in the dark? Just me and the deer and the gators and the goddamn dinosaurs. It was Harry's Ark, Evelyn. 2 by 2. One of the flood and into the poorhouse. Or out of the flood and into the poorhouse. She's just drunk. All on my dime. Well, there's gonna be a reckoning, all of you. Just stick around and you'll see. What are you talking about, Harry? What reckoning? I want to hear another love story. My hands are really cold, and I don't know why. Like, my hands are freaking freezing. And I can't figure out why they're so cold. Where's Junebug? I hope she never shows up. I can't pay her. The money's running out. What's that? It's gone. The money's all gone. I let you sponges soak up so many free drinks now, I can't even stock the whiskey without striking a deal. No more whiskey? Harry, what kind of deal? Doesn't matter. You can't blame us. Harry, we're just a little short from time to time. Sure. Just leave, Pearl. Just trust me. Okay. I'm leaving. Are you sure? I'm sure. You don't deserve this. All I want is a love song and a whiskey. You'll have plenty of time for whiskey. I just want to be left alone. That man is like a straitjacket. I know, Evelyn. If he only he'd meet some tall young thing on the road. I know. 11 years behind the supermarket till. Keep your chin up, Rosa. Eventually, maybe. Maybe eventually. Now you all should clear out. Where would we go? Just let us wait. Just let us wait for Junebug. We're good for it. We just want to have a few drinks, see the entertainment, then we'll go home. You don't understand. Sure. We know you're struggling. We're all struggling. I don't know. This hand is really cold. Like, it's freaking cold. Like, this one hand. Like, the rest of me's fine, but this hand is cold. Harry, you said you have a deal, right? God damn it. You don't understand me. Harry, your language. What's to understand? We'll settle our debts soon. Rose is in line for this promotion. All they want is debt. They feed on it. They put it in the whiskey. What? What the hell are you saying? He'll be here soon. The boy from Hard Times? They'll be a reckoning. Harry, our debt's not to the distillery. It is now. I traded it. I sold it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Ah! Ah! That was the end. That was the entertainment. It's very weird. That was a twist. I sold all your debt to the distillery, and there's gonna be a freaking reckoning. And there you go. I got this €2 coin. You want that? That'll settle my debt, right? All right. Now we're on Act 3. Let's play it. Let's hit the play button. I don't know if it's gonna be first person or third person or what the hell we're dealing with now. I'm putting on these gloves though. '83 and sunny now. Sunny now. Looks like it's gonna get up to around 101 by late afternoon in Louisville and 103 in E-Town. Not a cloud in sight. So get out those parasols. Haha. Major accident just ahead in the Bardstown exit. So if you're headed to work on 31, you are late, my friend. Sugar? Oh, this is Conway. This is Lisette. Oh, she's not calling me Sugar. She's asking me if I want sugar. I thought I was being called Sugar. No, I don't want sugar. As it is, that's what Ira used to say. I had a dream about him last night. Those old horses of Ira's used to keep me up. I heard you yelling, bad dreams? We were up on a roof, Ira and I and Charlie, eating a light supper, and I was drinking sweet tea. Charlie was reading. We were surrounded by other houses. Closely packed, huge sidewalks. It must have been a... what is that word? A city? That's it. I'm sure. Below us, a group of people were gathered, standing quietly. A man was reading from a book. I asked Ira about the weather. Would it rain on Tuesday? Or when would the sun set? Something like that. He wouldn't answer me. Charlie stood up and Ira told him to watch his step. And then I remember I woke up before I could stop him. Charlie was alone on that roof? Charlie was alone on that roof. I guess he was. He was so bright. His teacher said, what was the word? Imaginative? That's it. How could I forget? He didn't listen. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't anyone's fault, Conway. That's what we mean when we say it's an accident. Sure. Well, we have a mail order delivery today. Might be a long drive. Hope the truck can hold up. Long drive? What makes you think so? They said they couldn't come in person. Maybe just a shut-in. I don't recognize the address. The order is all... I'm sure we can fill it. Guess it'll be the last. I guess it will be. The last act of Lissette's Antiques. The, oh, what's the word? Finale? Maybe. No, that's not the word. I just need to think a bit. More coffee or something? Or I've had too much. It'll come to you. Maybe. I'm not sure anymore. It seems inevitable there will start to be words that I lose forever. What are those boxes you set in the hallway? Those are Charlie's old books. Oh. I thought you might like to look at them. Thought we could look at them together. That sounds nice. Cora could be here soon. Will you wait with me? I should get that delivered. Sure, I'll wait with you. There's your traffic and weather on the 5s. That's every 10 minutes. Brought to you by the Consolidated Power Company. Stick around for Old Kentucky Home with Kate, helping you turn your humble home into a mansion. After this. Coffee. I think I should go into the radio announcing business. I think I should change my career. Holy crap, what happened to his leg? Where'd his leg go? He's got no leg. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot something happened to his leg earlier. That's right. I forgot that we were here. We're in Dr. Truman's. But it's only if you make a late payment on a follow-up visit. I think everything went well enough here that they'll only want to bill for... Oh, he's awake. How do you feel, old man? All fixed up? Truman says you might be a little misty coming out of it, so... I was dreaming. That's unlikely. It's quite powerful. In fact, many patients report a sensation of lost time. Do you feel like you've lost time? I guess so. It's been about 2 hours. What have you been doing? We watched TV for a while, then Dr. Truman showed me some of the terms of his bill. It's kind of... you'll want to look over it yourself, I think. How about that leg? How's your leg feeling? Yeah, that's the important part. That's the important part. Conway shifts his leg a bit in the chair, testing it. Well, this isn't my leg. This isn't my leg. Not your... Of course it's your leg. It looks wrong. It doesn't feel like it belongs to me anymore. I haven't encountered this reaction before, but it's not totally unheard of. I read a paper about something like this last year. It can happen for a lot of reasons. Neurological, psychological, social, I'm not sure. I'm sure it won't persist in your case. Your thoughts and feelings are probably still a little nebulous from the Neurapinol TM. It's Totally normal. It'll pass. I wouldn't recommend driving, at least for another hour or two. Stares remotely at his leg. Let's talk about a few things you should be aware of. Recovery, rehabilitation, and side effects. Thanks for the taco party, Finkelroy. No Bigfoot. Not yet. There could be a Bigfoot in this game. Or big feet. Let's talk about a few things. Recovery, rehabilitation, side effects. Oh, I'm used to a few side effects. So how long am I going to be recovering? Well, at your age, I want to be clear. You should expect lingering effects of the injury for more or less the rest of your life. Don't immerse it fully in water. Avoid extremes of temperature. I'd stay away from dusty roads and mountain lions as much as possible. Mountain lions? Good advice in any context. It's a joke. Best thing you can do is to keep it clean and free of debris. What do I clean it with? Only clean your leg with a soft cloth moistened with water or isopropyl alcohol. You'll definitely want to avoid abrasive agents like detergents or other solvents. So, do you have any questions? So, basically, I can't take a shower at all anymore? Since I can't get it wet? So, do you have any questions? Anything about the bill that didn't make sense? I don't want to rush you, but you have an early fishing trip. Tell me about the payment plan on the bill. Shannon will say, yeah, it's one of the atypical clauses. I don't really have any control over the bill now that the Consolidated Power Company bought my employer. They handle everything. So it all runs through your electricity bill now. You can pay it back in full on your next billing cycle, or you can get on an energy credit payment plan. You'd have to call Consolidated for more detail about it. I don't really understand how it works. Something about generating electricity to send back into the grid. Oh, one more thing. Don't be alarmed if you experience any side effects of the Neurapanol TM. Typically, we see daydreaming, deja vu, pensiveness, fugue states, irregular perception of time. About 15% of patients reported generalized sensation of awakeness. Nothing to be alarmed about. Just keep it in mind. Thanks for your help. Julian's outside. You need to head back to your truck. What's up with my leg? What happened to my leg? Act 3, Scene 1. Act 3, Scene 1. Museum of Dwellings. Wait, we're back at the Museum of Dwellings? We were already here. And now we're back? How are the drugs treating you? I feel distracted. Streetlights seem to be brighter. Streetlights seem to be brighter. Oh, like trails and tracers? Something like that. My mom used to get that. She had migraines. My folks had a particular relationship with medicine. Sorry. Peculiar relationship with medicine. We almost never had a regular doctor or health insurance or anything like that. Our immigration stuff was a mess for most of my childhood, so we only qualified for state programs in small patches before something or other would get contested, and we learned to just pile on dentist appointments and stuff in those short windows. If a cut got infected or her migraines were too much to handle, Mom would talk to so-and-so who knew so-and-so, usually another minor, and end up with some pills. And instead of medical advice, every pill came with a gossipy anecdotal warnings and superstitions, like all this lore that came with it. Like magic, dangerous, mysterious. Ever run into any problems? Good question. It doesn't really have any puzzles. It's very story-based. Like, it's very story-based. It's mostly just moving around and talking to people. But it's very weird. Sure, yeah, stuff would be expired or mislabeled. Mom was allergic to penicillin, as it turns out, and that was scary. And one time, in high school, we got these pills to help her focus. She was so smart, but anyway, but always going off in different directions. Mind racing, like 5 conversations going on in her head at once, and you're lucky if even one of them is with someone in the room, you know. So she had these pills, and they seemed to help. I was struggling in school too, failing my history class. She offered me to share the pills. Did it help? At first, yeah, it helped a lot. I had a kind presence. I had a kind presence and clarity of purpose that I've never really had otherwise. I didn't want to stop taking them. One day, I was sitting on my bed. My notebook was open next to me on top of a textbook. I was holding a pen in my hand. I remember this moment for several years before. It came up so suddenly, with such precision, I couldn't put it out of my mind. I felt I had to stay with it until I'd recalled the whole thing perfectly. It was just a tiny nothing moment. My mom patching up the side of a bird cage, winding some spare wire around the frame to reinforce it. I was fixated on that image, that sound. The cage made kind of bending and twanging as she worked on it, rapping and nodding, scraping copper against paint, like bowing a rubber violin with a railroad tire. My parents came back from a triple shift and found me just sitting there on the edge of the bed, pen in hand, delirious with thirst, patching that birdcage with a 1,000-yard stare. Okay. Where are we? Museum visitors. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day of the year except Labor Day. Last admission is at 4 p.m. daily. Damn. Try the door. You're a little late for the museum. Hey, these are those 3 folks that were at the chess table in the first thing, and they were in the intermission in the between 1 and 2. You're a little late for the museum. And then what? You're being very uptight right now. Jay Frisbee! Thanks for the 2-month resub with Prime Gaming. Appreciate that. You can get a free plunging. Have your free plunging. Ugh. Thanks for that. 2 months. This game drives you nuts. Do you get fly? Sure, you can have 5 plungings. I'm not sure it's finished in there, though. What's finished? Would it be better if it were finished? Can we be sure of that? This late, you'll wake someone up. To Ben. Hush. I think I heard a voice. Maybe a security guard? I don't hear anything. We're just too late. Let's come back tomorrow. This game drives you nuts. It drives you nuts? Alright, let's go in. If everything shuts down, it'll be pretty boring. It's definitely after hours. What? I said it'll be boring. No, we have flashlights. Look, if we visit by day, we see what they want us to see. If we visit by night, it's all up to us. Emily, Ben, and Bob argue about whether to enter the museum. Can I enter the museum? Oh. Go over here. What is going on? I'm in a parking lot. There seems to be some puddles and stuff. I mean, I got this new plunger. I gotta use it. You need your plungings. You know. And I've got the plunger theme going on in my thing. I'm really trying to cosplay as Roger Wilco, but you know, I need a whisk for the Dalek. I need to get myself a whisk to cosplay a Dalek. I don't have a whisk. I mean, I have a whisk, but who? What are we supposed to do? Talk to Homer? Or maybe we're just supposed to leave. Yeah, I'm sure he does an okay job. Okay, truck. Truck. So, what's the plan here? Head back to the Zero, I guess. We should try and get in touch with that clerk. Could use a bite to eat. Oh, okay. You've been on the road a while. Well, there's an all-night convenience store not too far from here. Is that okay? Sounds good to me. Okay, we can take 31, head east. It's right before the 65. 31 heading east. Okay. Wait, don't tell me I'm driving. Oh no. Oh no, the truck's broken. We broke the truck. Good job. If only they had a plunger, then everything would be fixed. A tree. You can fix a broken truck with a plunger. Truck. That is a tree. That tree looks like it broke. That tree looks broken. Nothing to be done? Just won't start up again. Damn, you had this truck long? Ira bought it used a ways back. I can never seem to start it at night. Wait, is this why you always leave your truck running? First time it's died like this. Well, where's the champagne? Anyway, do you know this area? Anyone around here that could give us a hand? Looks like a road crew's been out here. Hey, we should call someone. Do you know a good towing company? Yep, Lucky Boot Collisions and Towing. Here's their card. I found this card for wreck recovery on the dash. I can't read the name of the number on this flyer, but it looks like a picture of a tow truck. Okay, them. Mercedent. Alright, I'll give them a call. I hope I can get a signal out here. Boop, 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 boop. Shannon speaks into the large brick cell phone held up to her ear. Hi, hello. I've got an old, I want to say diesel old truck just stalled out. Sure, it's late to me too. The card says open 23 hours a day. Yeah, that's why I'm calling. Exactly. That's it. That's all. Oh, okay. No, it's okay. We just need to get to an auto shop and get this taken care of. Thanks for the offer, but we really just need a tow is all. We already ate. As soon as you can get out there here, we're off 65 somewhere, just kind of pulled up by this tree that fell over. That's actually a pretty accurate description of it. Yeah, hanging over the power lines, just like that. Did you see it go down? Okay, my pleasure. How long do you think it'll be? Hello? Why is Ezra still with us? Ezra, are you bored? Not yet. Okay. To me, you look a little bored. Let's play a game. How about 20 questions? What would you like to play? We can tell the future with this little tree branch. It's pretty easy. We just break off all the little sticks on each section and count through the different things that could happen. Okay. Well, what should we ask? It should be about you. It can't do both the counting out and the questions. I can't do both. What kind of bed will I sleep in tonight? She snaps the smaller branches away one at a time, counting out possibilities. King size, queen size, twin size, bunk, bunk. Okay, what else? What kind of job will I have next? How will I travel in the future? One at a time, counting possibilities. Motorbike, motorboat, horseback, hearse, old truck, new truck, new truck. These other branches are too bare. Don't worry about it too much. It's just a bunch of sticks. Alright, let's talk to Shannon. Hey Shannon, what's up? Yo Shannon. I think they're on their way. Guess we have some time to kill. Alright, let's get a knife and kill that time. Ugh. We should look over the road map again. I've stared at this thing too long already. Where do you get that old map anyway? I found it at the shop. Oh, it's an antique or something? Does it even match reality anymore? I bet there are some old roads out there that are all grown over by now. When my parents bought their first car here, it came with a map. I used to sit in the back and pore over it. Aunt Remedios saw me looking at it, I guess, and a few days later she gave me a map she'd brought from Colombia. It looked almost hand-painted, deep, vibrant colors and rough border lines like ancient brushstrokes. Really pretty. I'd slowly trace the coastline with my fingers like I was walking on the beach and say, here, we'll swim here, we'll start a fire here, we'll find a cave in the cliff face, and go live among the bats for a while. I think I'll take a look at that radio of yours. Maybe I can get that thing going again. No point just standing around. Alright. Shannon's kind of weird. I mean, I'm kind of weird too. How long do you think we'll be waiting here? I don't mind. I have a lot to think about. I guess I always do. I'm a thinker, alright? Weird night, huh? Alright. I guess we talk to Shannon again. Remedios was a... Remedios? Is it Remedios? Verdes? Or Veras? Veras. Why did I say Verdes? Veras. Remedios? Veras? That thing's been broken for years. So we'll get to find out what station you had it tuned to when it went out. A snapshot of your younger man's taste. Haha. Do you remember what it was? Talk radio, I guess? Some college station? Well, I'm sure we'll find something to listen to on the road. Alright, now we're just here and nothing to do. Can we go this way? No. Oh. What's happening? Is this the right way? I don't recognize these trees. Of course it is. Yeah, I'm sure you're right. Just, the trees are so quiet, right? Usually you'd hear birds, wind, a squirrel, or something. Turn your ears down and focus on the road, Cricket. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'm a little bored. I'll work some chord progressions in my head for a while, or something. Haha. This is Junebug. How far out are we? I don't know, 20 minutes? Damn. Harry's not gonna be happy. You know he doesn't like me anyway. I'll tell him about the frog. He won't understand. Well, more than all silver and gold on this earth. What's that? I don't know. I think I heard it on the radio. What's on your mind, Cricket? Oh, I don't know. Just looking at the stars. Hope we get there soon. Never been this late. Keep on dreaming, and I'll keep on driving. Okay, thank you, ma'am. This game is weird. Whoosh! It just went by me. You know, we're already late, so we better keep moving. Are you going to explain all this to Harry? Oh, no way. You're the smooth talker. In fact, I bet we'd have no problem explaining we had to stop. In fact, I bet you'd have no problem explaining we had to stop out of the goodness of our nature and check out some wayfaring strangers. Fine, just a few minutes though. You're the best, and hey, maybe they're not busy. Maybe if they're not busy, they can fill some seats at the gig. You know, if no one's there, Harry will try and bilk us on for on our fee. All right, now we're back here. Things are getting weird. Was that him? Who? That motorcycle. Yeah, they're too fast for a truck. I bet they're getting chased by someone. Maybe. They just have somewhere important to be. Definitely getting chased by someone. Like a... Hey, there's the truck. Oh wait, that's a motorcycle. That's them! That's a motorcycle. Stay here. Ezra, careful. He's wicked with strangers. You didn't have to stop. We've got a tow coming. You here to clear the tree? Who's chasing you? Hear that, Cricket? We're being pursued. I knew it. Who's after us? Hey, Gregory. It's a good question. These folks seem to have a certain handle on the situation. Dinosaurs? Sure, something like that. Listen, we've got 2 questions for you folks. What kind of people do you take us for? I mean, how do we strike you? Probably from space. I always said you fell from heaven, ma'am. Otherworldly. It's unmistakable. Now here's another question for you. Do you like music? Do you like music? I don't like music, but I do like sounds. Of course you do. Or Ezra, all Ezra said was I. Of course you do. You didn't finish it for some reason. Okay, that could be. It took quite a while to come out. Say, they should come to our gig. What an idea! Well, we're waiting for a tow. We were just trying to get back on the Zero. The Zero, is that a fact? The Zero? Hush, Cricket. You folks are in luck. I happen to know just where you're going, and I'm happy to lead you there. We've been down there many a time, riding this baby. The Weird Vector. That's what we call our bike! We call it the Weird Vector. Because the front wheel's a little loose. Only it's just... See, we have a regular booking tonight, and we're running late. Very late. That's what I told them. Now, the old man who runs this venue, Harry Esperanza, is a notorious withholder. And if we don't get a few bodies in the crowd, well, he'll go all penny pinching on us. Just a short sell. We only have one song prepared. Just a short set. We only have one song prepared. Only one song? That's a really short set. You'll come to the gig, won't you? Of course we will. Of course they will. Can you believe we almost didn't stop? Hungry old man? I think I've got a crust in the sidecar here. After all, it's so late. Yeah, I have to have my voice in good shape. I keep my voice in good shape for all these streams. You know? You never know when I'm going to have to read a lot. Like, Quest for Glory 2 has a lot of reading, too. Oh, yeah. That one was pretty ridiculous. Disco Elysium. That was a lot of reading. But I did it. I think I read everything. Well, it's all said and done. We stopped. That's all that matters. Our gig's at an old tavern called the Lower Depths. It's over there by old Charlie Morin's Highway. Just east, off 65. Just east, off 65. Okay. We usually take a right off the interstate around the petting zoo. Johnny likes the petting zoo. I do like the petting zoo. Now, let's see about the truck of yours. I feel certain we can get it running. Alright. Did they get it running? Hey, they got it running. Wait, we need to get on 65 and then get off at a petting zoo? I heard... Whoops. Where's this petting zoo? No! Stay on the road. No! Stay on the road! There's the fire. There's the petting zoo. Tavern. Alright, we're there. We made it. Lower Depths. How was Elden Ring? How has it been? This is it. Doesn't feel right. Feels a little like home, huh? But I wish it didn't. Well, can't control your feelings, right? Kinda late. Are you sure they're open? Sure they're open. This is one of those places. Let's head on in. We are not saints, but we've kept our appointment. How many people can boast as much? That's lovely, ma'am. Who said that? A poet. In we go. You got it on Xbox Series S. Yeah, I saw the reviews. I saw the reviews on Steam, and it was not great. But you know, it just got released, and PCs are a little bit. You know, there's like a billion different hardware combinations on PCs, and one hardware combination on an Xbox. Really. So it's really if you're lucky. So who's here? Let's talk to Junebug. Ma'am, I hate to say it, but the cupboard is bare. Have some vision, Cricket. We've got 1, 2, 4 patrons. Harry doesn't count. Well, we've done more than with less. What kind of music do you play? It's like Cyrano Cole meets Ike Towner, but with a woman lead, and the keyboards are kind of ambient whisper wave. A little bit more reverb. There's some Dolly Crown in there too, like the early stuff before she joined the Sheet Swingers. Better drum programming though. Whisperwave got it. I think he gets it, ma'am. Oh, he gets it. I have no idea what they're talking about. It'll probably get fixed, Finkel. I think it'll get fixed. It seems like a lot of companies just don't. It's like when Cyberpunk came out, it was garbage. It was so bad. Everybody was like, it was so hyped, and there were so many problems with it. Hey, what's wrong with my leg? Oh yeah, that's right. But that's the thing about these games, that they spend so much money making them, and then they want to get them out by a certain time, and they push and push and push, and it makes, you know, you got to call a game done at some point, don't you? I mean, you really do. And yeah, AAA games usually need a while after their release date to be stable. And now that they have the ability to update games on like consoles, they still release them kind of undone, unfinished. All important tonight is Hard Times Whiskey. Got any coffee going? No coffee. Hard Times Whiskey. Say, shut the GD door, would you? I can't afford to run the AC all night. Sorry, Harry. Sorry, Harry. Oh, it's you two. Where have you been? Never mind. Listen, I can't keep this place open through the small hours of the night, just waiting for musicians. Where is everyone? Everybody had to, clear out. Let's get set up, huh? There's nobody here to listen to it. I can't pay for... We brought some people, Harry. A crowd is forming. Yeah, but also I... Couldn't you use a break, Harry? Don't you want to hear some music, Harry? That does sound nice after the day I've had. But Alright. I like how my leg is still like a bony thing. Like, what the heck? A delayed game is eventually good, but a rush game is forever bad. Dang it. Ezra flips eagerly through the jukebox catalog of songs. What do you think? I don't know how to play this game. So look, there's 1, 2, 3. Who's this? Sandwich? Is it a brick sandwich? A rough brick between 2 slices of stale bread sits in the center of the table, surrounded by a ring of undisturbed dust. Okay, it is a brick sandwich. Alright, here we go. Is it just us? How's it looking out there? How are y'all feeling tonight? Can we get a bit more reverb on the monitors? Harry adjusts the soundboard behind the bar. How's that? Test. 1, 1, 1, 3, 5, 50. Lamentation. Sounds good. How's everybody doing? Everybody had a real bad night? How about you, old man? Yeah, real bad. Try not to make it too much worse. This is a song I heard in a tavern many years ago at an open mic night. Me and Johnny were out just riding around, you know. You like to drive around, old man? That's my job. Of course you do. So, we were out riding around and we passed this gaudy old tavern. I mean, it was a real dive. Busted up facade. Weeds in the parking lot. Taps all dry. Bats in the bar room. And run by this creaky bag of bones. Looked like the only thing keeping him awake was the fear of death. So glad to be back here at the lower depths. Hey now. Yeah. So we stopped for an early drink, and there was a lady singing right there here on stage. And the song she sang, well, it stuck with us, and now it's a regular part of our repertoire. Never got that lady's name, but she seemed like a sweet gal, and she had a voice like Scotch whiskey. And we just hope we do her song justice. So here it is, Too Late to Love You. I'm not a big fan of early access games. Which is why I don't play early access games in the adventure game thing. Because I want games to be done. What's going on here? Look at this. The roof! They're playing the roof off! When you left me, I never should have met you. I wished we'd meet before. I don't know how I'm supposed to. I don't know. This is not karaoke. Oh, I guess I should click. Oh wait, I have a thing I can set. I wish we'd met before. I get to make the song. I don't know if these mean anything, but I guess we had to pick the verse. I have a comment, but I'm saving it until this is over. Thanks for the 5 bits, Brave Star. I don't know if I'm supposed to be grooving to this music or not. I mean, I kind of am. Yeah! 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 Well, I hope you like it. I've heard it before. I don't doubt that. You look like you've spent an evening or two in a grimy old tavern. Listen, we appreciate you folks sticking around for the show. There's nothing more wretched than playing sad songs to an empty room. We just got to get our fee from Harry, and we'll get you headed to the, Zero? Look at how Zero is. It's all weird. You think Harry's gonna actually pay? You think Harry's actually gonna pay? Well, Harry, I think that went pretty well. I'll say the crowd was into it. wrapped. I guess the usual fee is about right, and we'll let you get back to your business. Well, that's just the... Damn it. I was trying to tell you to. I can't pay. They cleaned me out. I've got nothing left but a GD IOU from the distillery. An IOU? Yeah, I traded them for some whiskey, and I guess I had some surplus credit, so I got this note to get some more from them later on. Must have been a hell of a trade. I should say. I had to. Got to keep this place open somehow, goddammit. Watch your language, Harry. Could you pay them with your IOU? Well, very contemporary, very astute. How about it, Harry? Let's push some paper around. Well, it's just, I can collect on it here when they bring more whiskey up, but for you to cash it in, you'd have to go down to, down to the distillery, down to Hard Times, and, you got to take the zero. So that's what we'll do. How do we get there? You said you knew how to get there. No, I don't believe that's exactly what I said. It is exactly what you said. Are you folks sure you want to head down there? I've never been myself, but I hear people hear things, rumors. It's where we've got to go. You know another way to Dogwood Drive? Dogwood? Got a letter, did you? You've got a stack of them. I've got a stack of them. Okay, sounds like the zeros are your only course now. Harry, you're all right. If only. You've got a radio in your car? Yep. It's broken, though. Well, here's what we got to do. Take a left out of the parking lot. And then just fiddle around with your dial until you hear something familiar. Familiar, but strange. You know the feeling? Like, I used to go hunt with my uncle out in the mountains, and now I watch these nature programs. They're filmed in the mountains, and there's the deer, and I know all the plants and every kind of tree, but something just doesn't look right. And it's even stranger for being so close to familiar, or something like that. You'll know it when you hear it. Fix that strange but familiar station on your dial, drive for a bit, and turn around when the station cuts out. I mean, right then. Hope you folks find what you're looking for, eventually. Always a pleasure, Harry. Is it? Well, we know how to get there now. That's the weirdest thing ever. So we turn left out of the parking lot. So where are we going now? Okay, let's click this. The museum. Take return to zero. Turn the radio station for a station that's familiar but strange. Drive for a while until the station cuts out, then turn around. Okay, how do we set our radio though? Oh, here's radio. Station doesn't quite match the bartender's description. Definitely weird though. Let's keep scanning. He said he'd know it when we hear it. What's this station? I've never heard this before. Sounds like horses. Horses running? A race? Well, Sid Meier had horses years back. Yeah, I've always been a little afraid of them. They're so big, and I don't know. You look in their eyes, and they're almost human. Like they're human and animal at the same time, since they've been domesticated so long, I guess. Well, that fits familiar but strange for me. Harry said we just need to drive until it cuts out. Oh. Horses. Horses. Horses, horses, horses.
It's raining tacos.
Hey, we made it. We made it. We got on the 0. Now what? We did it. I don't know what that means, but we did it. I don't know what we're doing here, but we're here. I get some strawberries. That's what I got. And I also fed the cats. Hall of the Mountain King? The hell? Where is it? I don't know why I'm going to the Hall of the Mountain King. But I'm down. Act 3, Scene 4. Who's Johnny? What do you suppose happened here? They don't keep roads up too well, do they? Never have. I don't know how you hate. I don't know how you hit a pot. I don't know. I know how you hate to hit a pothole, Homer. I think you mentioned about your daughter named a stuffed elephant you bought after a trip away from Mom Charlie. You never figured out why. Charlie's a fantastic name. There's a lot of, you know, I went to see Charlie and the Chocolate Factory the other night, which is why I was late was it last Thursday or the Thursday before? Whenever I was late on Thursday, I saw Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I just thought about how many characters were named Charlie in various things. Like, Charlie was, I guess, a very popular name. For whatever reason. At least when it comes to characters in movies. So, you're glad you made the decision for me to play this game. I heard good things about it too, and I was happy to play it, so. Alright. The only thing we can do is, like, click on Johnny, I guess. Oh, Johnny! He's that guy. Time to cut him losses, ma'am. Well, now I'm having fun. Okay. So night anyway. Johnny is the... I forgot who Johnny was for a second. Jeez. I forgot we were traveling... Are they just... Wait, they have their motorcycle. I didn't see their motorcycle with us, but I guess they took the motorcycle onto the 0. Alright, cool. Guess. I know I went to school with somebody whose name was Charlie. Bridge. The bridge ends abruptly, crumbling in disrepair. Good for it. Boardwalk. My hands are cold again. What's that noise? Is that me? Do I have like a mechanical leg or something? Rope. No? A loop of decayed rope is coiled on the banister. Some rotted sections have been smoothed over with a fine dust. Okay. Now what? We just keep going? I guess. Who makes that robot-y noise when they move? It's not me. Broken computer monitors are heaped precariously among the rocks. Yeah, but you don't see anybody named Alpha or Tango, just Charlie, right? Or Foxtrot. Just Charlie. Or Bravo. I don't know all the call signs. Pet carrier. Oh, fire! A pet carrier for a cat or small dog has been left by the path. A calcified rag wadded in the corner may once have been a blanket. That's a little bit weird. Oh, we can't go over here. A backpack. A hiking backpack leans against a rock. It's empty except for a dusty bag of cat food and a few punch cards. Okay. Fire. Fire! Fire! A pile of discarded electronics burns steadily in the center of the chamber. Ooh, that must smell. Amy? Who's Amy? Who's Amy? I don't know an Amy. Do I? Oh, it's triangles with triangles down here. Shifting, intersecting, overlaying. Isn't it romantic? Let's see. You're here to steal back the love of a boy you once knew when you were too young to recognize the movements of the heart. And you're escorting her, pretending to have her interests at heart. Well, really, you're in love with the young woman as well, and so you've agreed to help them conspire to win her affections, but it's just a ploy to set them up for embarrassment and diminish him out of the picture. What are you talking about? No, you're right. It's insipid, derivative. I used to be really good at this. I had 11 novels published, from The Billionaire's Binding to Fields of Longing. Real hot Bodice ripping stuff, you know. I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment, just me and my thesaurus steaming up the windows. Yeah, I steam up my windows with this thesaurus all the time. All the time. Those thesauruses are hot stuff. You have an Uncle Charlie? Why did you stop writing? You know, suddenly it was all computers everywhere you went. I thought I might be able to do something with that. I inject a little libido into these ugly beige boxes. So I went back to the university and I studied human-computer interaction. And then I picked up Donald's research assistantship here as a tester, debugging. In my off hours, I played around with all the Doom love stories at the core of our little simulation. It seemed to amuse Donald, so I kept at it. I'm afraid I tinkered too much, made it too complex. Now our work is never done. We don't even have to add any new functionality. The bugs just grow on their own. Too complex. I miss those days in my Lexington studio apartment. So you said. A woman in a tattered cardigan looks furtively at the other people around the fire. Alright. Hey, there's an old man. Is that Donald? Is the old man Donald? Who are you? Who's this old man? It is Donald. This is Donald. Donald puffs on a smoldering pipe while half mumbling, half singing an old country tune. Where the old green river runs through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. Oh, who are you? What's that song? Oh, you've caught a verse of an absent-minded warbling. It's just a song from my youth, something a dear friend used to sing to herself when we hacked on crystal radios in the boiler room. In old Kentucky, where my love a lovely home did build for me, and where the old green river runs through hills and caves not known to us, down to that sunless sea. From there on, it's all meandering rivers and romantic greenery, and that is... What were we talking about? What's that computer over there? It looks pretty vintage. It looks like a harmless computer, doesn't it? Like some beat-up mainframe exhumed from a university basement and left in this cave to rot? Or to flower? No, it's no ordinary computer. I modified it extensively and in some pretty experimental ways, believe you me! And that's to say nothing of the software, but... You look like a technically minded sort of person. Tell me, do you know the effects of a mold growth on diffused base transistor circuitry? Sounds like it would short circuit. Certainly, but not all of it. Some moldy filaments are more or less conductive than others, and it grows in non-linear chaotic patterns. We can guide it a bit through a simple application of classical horticulture, but we cannot produce specific results, only tendencies. Thwarted and feeble, we hammer on this derelict keyboard. My name is Reason, King of Kings. But we are mere gardeners on the ruins. Our keystrokes echo off the tunnels. Boundless and bare, the caves stretch far away. We are too late. Always too late. What? Did you say something? I'm just interested in the mold computer. The mold computer? Oh. Xanadu! You've heard about it? Perhaps you've read about it in a journal? I did read about Xanadu at one point. Perhaps you've read about it in a journal? It's been years since I published anything. Xanadu has evolved significantly since I explained its data structure in an article, Literary Multitudes, Hypertextual Narrative as Post-Structural Witness. Evolved and then deteriorated. I'm afraid you are too late, fellow hypertext enthusiast. As the mold accumulated on the circuitry, Xanadu blossomed for a moment into something holy and enchanted, and then all the charm was broken. Do you have any idea what it's like to spend your life building something and then sit powerlessly as the work declines into ruin? My family disappeared. Julian and me don't know what to do. I fix TVs. I drive deliveries. Okay, we'll go with Shan's. Oh! They are not long, the days of electron guns and cathode rays. Out of a glowing dream, a ghostly light emerges for a while, then fades. Sunless Sea is a game, and I have played it. Well, I have my own ghosts, and I keep them in there, in Xanadu. It's running on that glorious, dusty machine. Take a look if you'd like. Too late to do anything but smoke and reminisce, anyway. Far too late to do anything. Where? Xanadu! Who's Andrew? Who's this? Do you know that when I first... No, I mean, if this cave were larger, could I... Now I'm getting ahead of myself. I've got it. How would you characterize this space? The one we're standing in right now. Kind of spooky, but I'm not scared. Spooky for a baby. I think we'd all agree that's a fair assessment. Wait, let's unpack that for a moment. What makes it spooky? No, how do you know it's spooky, or would be spooky for a baby? The huge fire. Mysterium tremendum. It sends the shadows scattering momentarily, lights the mouths of unseen tunnels. That fire is constantly reshaping my... Close your eyes. Will you close your eyes? Okay. Good. Now, you are standing on the top of a rocky peak. The tongue of flame licks the shadow anatomies of... Where are we? Oh, here again. How disappointing. What the hell are these computers for? Sorry to disappoint. No, it's my fault. I shouldn't be so attached to the future. It's always getting in the way of my work. Better to be in the moment, carefully observing and documenting with no attachment. I've played the Sunless Sea game. I can't say I got that far. It's one of those, like, you die and you go back to the beat. It's like, I guess you could say it's kind of a roguelike, isn't it? I mean, really? But it's also not. I can't remember. Better to be in the moment, carefully observing and documenting with no attachment. Let me give you an example. I was a grad student studying statistics when I started working with Donald on this project. He said he needed someone with more analytical mind to do the descriptive writing, someone who would appreciate the cave descriptions as real labor instead of taking their authorial voice for granted. Donald warned me that it would be long hours of typing painstaking detailed descriptions in the computer, and I've put in the hours. Believe me, I've put in the hours. I've described every facet of this cave in such detail that sometimes I don't know if I'm reading or looking, writing or exploring. Often in the dark and lonely moments, I worry that in my sleep I've transcribed routes from my dreams into the system. How would we know? They could only be entered with precise, faithful detail. That's all I know how to write, and all I dream about is caves. I only dream of caves. All right, Andrew. And check out this Xanadu thing. Let's check out this Xanadu thing, eh? Hey, it's Roberta. The kingdom is in peril. Nah. That's not the right one. That's a Peter Griffin laugh. Well, what else is new? I don't know. No last name. It could be Roberta Williams. Do you work here? Work. You could call it that. I gather old circuit boards and throw them in the fire. Sometimes I fish out precious metals and let them cool into toxic gems. I put them in my hair. Enchanted jewelry. Talismans. A magic mirror that prevents the future. A magic shield that protects the bearer from age. A magic chest that's always filled with... I think it is Roberta Williams. I never went to the university. I was an independent scholar. It means I took I looked to the public libraries like a beachcomber. I studied fairy tales. Then I came to work for Donald. I paid the bills, rubbed leathering elbows with academics, scraped black mold from cave. I think it is Roberta Williams. I think that might be Roberta Williams right there. I studied fairy tales. I think that they might be alluding. I think they might be alluding to that. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a they talked about magic mirrors, like King's Quest stuff, studying fairy tales. I mean, the kingdom is in peril. Alright, whatever, Roberta, weirdo. How do you think we get it started? This old thing? Maybe there's a hand crank around? Oh, it has a run key. Here we go! Act 3, Scene 5. We hit the run key. Xanadu. It all comes down to this, right? This is it. This is our destiny. Come on, mold. Do your work. Are you starting? That's my interpretation of what was said. Oh, this is Zork. I think this is Zork. I think this is supposed to be Zork right here. You're standing at the end of a road, blah, 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 mailbox. Around you is a forest. This is Zork. And there's the White House. This is the original Zork game. I think that's what this is supposed to be. I wonder how many people would recognize that who played this game. You know? This thing is in rough shape. Do these switches do anything? How many flips an unlabeled switch? Standing at small. Okay, that's worse. Try typing help. It looks like a house. A house. Try typing house. House. That's okay. You are in the east-west with holes everywhere. Oh, and Luna removed the computer, prying on their... And what? Luna, so everything. Did that say Luna? Luna. Donald. galore. I've got the time machine and the something part from the school of something. So okay. The punch cards he's scribed for he's typewriter add to take what? And you, how's your back folded? Damn, I can't tell what she's saying. Oh, I have my portable degauser with me. Old systems like this can build up a remnant magnetic field that sort of works around everything along whatever pattern it's settled onto. Remember degaussing monitors? The degausers clears that up by suddenly shaking the magnetic field around its uniform until it's uniform again. That's how I like to think of it anyway, like shaking a snow globe. Cave. After what may have been something, you stumble into a cave. Okay. Well, okay. Stalactites adorn the ceiling like something. The center of is a something. This is where you set up your something. Premature end of file. Press any key to quit. This is a lost cause. What a piece of junk. It's pretty junky. Scene 3, Act 6. Does this thing run Windows 11? Call of the Mountain. Did that say king or thing? I don't know. Bizarre. And what was that about Luna? Maybe Donald knows how to clear it up a bit. Back to Donald. Oh. We just need to put more mold in it. Maybe throw some bread. Throw some bread in it. So, you've seen it for yourself. What's left of it? Is that the end? The chalky bones of a beautiful dream, but you can see what it once was, can't you? Can't you? There was so much more to it. Ornate labyrinths of memory, exhaustive simulated parallel cave ecosystems, real artificial intelligence built on sophisticated neural network algorithms. The birds in the forest could flock in 3 dimensions. The bats could learn to sing. And then it began to crumble when the strangers came. At first we only heard them, walking heavily through the caves, dragging things around, hammering, clattering their tools. Sometimes we heard working songs, never close enough to make out real voices. Just their echoes cascading wordlessly in the tunnels. Then we caught a glimpse of one. You're gonna have some leftover homemade pizza from breakfast. When you were a kid, you always thought it was the best thing in the world. What did they look like? They look like... No, it's too horrible. I shouldn't be telling you about this. They're dangerous. They're strange. I should never have tried to outwit them. They were always too much for me, but it's too late now. If I'd listened to Luna, Luna Chamberlain? Yes, of course. Oh, do you know her? We're looking for her now. No, she's gone now. She left. She built this together. We built this together. Do you know Luna, Joseph, and I? Luna is gone from here, but Donald points across the cave to his pipe. Still in there. In Xanadu. I don't know where Luna is now, or how to get there from here, or how to unwind that damn tangled highway, but Xanadu, before its ruin, was faultless as an oracle, a shrine to perfect simulation. But maybe, those weird interlopers destroyed my Xanadu. Perhaps they know how to fix it. It may be dangerous. I've sent many eager seconds to negotiate with them to repair my masterpiece. Back there, that tunnel. Push back the vines. Crawl out into the darkness. Watch your step. After a while, you'll feel the terrain change beneath your hands and knees, from rock to crystal, and then to mud. Then you'll be out. That's where the strangers come from. Now leave me alone. I still have a bit of mold in my pipe and a few dreams left. He's smoking mold. That doesn't sound good for you. Smoking mold. Act 3, Scene 7. Where the strangers come from. Wait, can I move? Oh, I can. Well, this can't be right. Looks like an old church. It's muddy. Yeah, that's what he said. Crystals and then mud. Okay. I want to stay outside. Okay. I'll stay with him. We can look through 4 lizards. Okay. We'll make it quick. Whoa! We're looking for lizards. An epitaph is engraved on the stone grave marker. Chris Harback. Generous disposition will be missed. Below the inscription, a note is written in white chalk. HT 8191-T. Fill date June 29th. Notes of almond. Okay. Notes of almond. That would be cool, Bravestar. Epitaph engraved on the stone. Nick Schwerich and Brian Berg. We think you two would have really liked each other. Below the inscription, a note is written in white chalk. HT8192B. Fill date July 24th. Weird finish. Wait. It sounds like they're eating the people. Sarah Wirt always had a far-off look. Probably still does. Are they eating people? HT8192E. Fill date August 1st. Aftertaste of rainwater. What the hell? Is this how they make their whiskey? Do they make their whiskey from dead people? From corpses? Is that the strange ingredient? Dennis Cawford. Below the inscription, a note is written in white chalk. HT8192-N. Fill date September 8th. Sweet and fungal. No lizards, though. An epitaph is engraved on blah, blah, blah. Ryan Haynes would have wanted it this way. HT8192Q. Fill date Maple turpentine. I hate all the prep work that is required for cooking. Like, cooking good stuff. The prep work is what gets me, like... Anti-Luconin should have said something below the inscription. HT8192-X filled a sense of foreboding. That's not a taste. And the cleaning part, too. Unknown. Seemed reasonable. HT8192 filled a easy on the nose. You know, it could not be. It could just be that they're putting like casks in the ground and they're naming them after people. I don't know. Seems weird, but find any lizards? One, but it went under a rock. That's lizards for you. Why do you dress like a punk? Do you have a family? Well, I've got Johnny, the weird vector. I've got you folks right now. Is that a family? Let's call it what it is. Junebug and the people she surrounds herself with. See, it means something. It makes a claim. It's specific. I want to be specific. I think you are. It's the middle of the night, and here you are in a graveyard. Any other kid your age would be in bed. You've just got to make choices and own them. You think I was born this foxy? I came up the assembly line about a half foot shorter and all gray. No eyes. They were going to have us clearing out the old mine. Doesn't matter what you look like under that rock and water. A bunch of gray shadows shoveling and hammering invisibly at the walls, draining the tunnels. Johnny found some gear, an old tape player. We hid away in an underwater cave and listened to it over and over. And we knew we weren't miners. We slipped out on the road, just these two featureless shadows, and ever since that night we've been detailing, coloring in, specifying. I feel more like myself every day. I feel more like myself than I feel more like myself when it's just me and Julian. Well, now you're getting specific. You went through a phase when you made a lot of stir frying. I do make stuff, but it's usually low effort stuff. I have made my own pizza, and that is good. And you know, I should do that again. I should make my own pizza again. Making your own pizza is not that hard. It's really not. There's not even a whole lot of cleanup. There you are. What you find in there? It wasn't... Hey, what's going on? You look flushed, old man. Doesn't matter. Right, okay. We got what we need. Let's go. What did they need? Hall of the Mountain King. Trace in an orbit round the road and close your eyes with holy dread, for we on mold and whiskey fed and drank from rivers down below. We found your strangers. We know how to fix your damn machine, but I'm not sure it was worth it. Oh, soon the vicious will return. What have you found? They say you need to type in a specific phrase to restore it. They say you need to unplug it for a while. They say you need to scrape the mold off the timing crystal. But the mold, of course, too much mold on the timing crystal would send this simulation adrift. Each moment lived out of sync. All by all means, clean the timing crystal! Alright. Let's clean this timing crystal. Did you see anything that looks like a timing crystal? Yeah, right there behind the control panel. It's filthy. Right. We're supposed to scrape off this blacky, moldy stuff. Weird. Just following the instructions. Here we go. Here we go! I don't have an air fryer. C9? Dang, this episode has, or this act has a lot of scenes. Xanadu. Scrape off that mold. Xanadu. Xanadu. At end of road. You are standing at the end of the road before a small brick building. Around you is the forest. Check out the building. Inner building. Inside building. Oh no, we've entered Zork. It's an adventure game inside an adventure game. Degouse the heck out of this thing. Hey, it's a lantern. You're inside a building, a storage shed for the National Park Service. There's a sensible modern electric lantern nearby. That's boring. Get back to the forest. That's not something you can enter. Just type a direction. North. In forest. You're in an open forest with a deep valley on one side. Head back south of the valley. Can we climb a tree? Type climb tree. I don't think much can be achieved by that. Sorry. Can we dig a hole? Dig a hole. You can't see any such thing. Pretty limited vocabulary. South. You're in a forest. Hey, it's a maze. Oh no. You're in a forest. Lulu is here. Soldering replacement components in a small handheld radio. Oh, we should talk to her. Ask Lulu how she is doing. Hi, Donald. I'm getting the strangest interference out here. I've been tuning the radio circuits gradually as we go, swapping capacitor values and tweaking resistor networks. It was working for a while, but everything I picked up sounds so distant and muffled. Lulu hands you the radio. Well, maybe you'll have a better luck. You're good at this stuff. Just don't forget to give it back. Joseph is here, tapping with a small stylus on a modified pocket braille slate. A small gray kitten, no more than a few weeks old, dozes comfortably on top of his backpack. Donald, I was just transcribing your footsteps. Sounded like... Joseph runs his finger along the index card, but he's been tapping on from left to right. Long, weary song, drearily gone, or drearily gone, dearly gone. You beat a melancholy shuffle through the woods, Donald. I've been noting down the sounds of the forest with an ear for speech. and an inborn filter for poetry, I suppose. So maybe it's me being melancholy after all. I'm eager to see what the poetic subsystem makes of these punched cards. South? East? We're gonna keep going south. At edge of hole. Holy butts. That is a hole. You're at the edge of a massive hole. The dirt gives way to rock as the ground sinks into darkness. The computer tied to your back slickens with sweat in the afternoon sun. The rope slung around your shoulders slipped under the strap of your backpack, digging uncomfortably against your collarbone. Yell up into the hole first to see if there are pirates. Yell. I only understood you as far as you wanted to yell. Yell any pirates down there. No response. Well, at least we know there's no pirates. The cave walls are too slick to climb safely without assistance. You lose your footing and fall to your death. Oh no, we died. Your score is 0 out of a possible 8,192. What? You may continue or quit. I mean, does that count as a death? Well, we couldn't have avoided that death because there was no way to tie the rope to the tree until now. So your feet slip a few times, but you remain stable. Lula and Joseph descend carefully after you. They do. Where did you go, Charlie?
Hi, everybody!
Hi, Dr.
Bogus Meat Factory, how's it going? How are you doing? What were you up to? You all get a free plunging for the raid. You're in Bed Quilt, a long east and west passage with holes everywhere. Welcome everybody to what is apparently Kentucky Route Zero, where we're on a mainframe computer that has some pretty amazing graphics. Joseph and Luna remove the computer equipment they are carrying on their backs and begin setting up. That's the last trip. So everything's down here now. Set up the gear. Set up gear. Set up gear. I only understand you as far as you wanting to set the up above. What? Set the up above? Luna looks pensive. Ask her where the treasure is. Ask Luna where the treasure is. Man. And hey, Hesh, how's it going? And, Caress. You're doing good? That's good. Ha, if we knew that, we wouldn't have set it down here. I know you think this environment will help our project. Get us in touch with a deep romantic reverence for some kind of profound natural spookiness. But it was more comfortable in our lab. The university picked the worst time to cut our funding. Typical institutional stinginess and academic politics. I mean, I felt like we're getting really close to something. Anyway, I don't know if it's sustainable down here, you know, to live, to work here together. What's the gear they're carrying? Ask Luna about gear. Or Lula. Sure, Donald. We may as well take inventory. We've got the tape machine and the synthesizer parts we borrowed from the School of Music. We're all tuned up to my voice, so we won't have to type so much. Joseph has his slate and the punch cards he's transcribed from the poems we read him. He's got the typewriter and the paper tape reader, and you've got the CRT display. What's your back? How's your back holding up? Joseph looks uncomfortable. Yeah, we're in a weird spot in this game. I can tell you that. This is a very weird spot. Like it looks like a text adventure right now, like with a little bit of graphics, but that's not what this game is. I mean, there is a lot of text in it. Can you help me? Wire up these generators. I'll assemble the synthesizer, but I could use help with the serial interface if you have time. You heard an unfamiliar echo from a tunnel to the east. It's not a bad. It's a weird. If you want a weird game. If you want a weird game, then this is a weird game. It's got some minimalistic design choices. It's very narrative-based, story-based. No real puzzles. We haven't really had any puzzles in it. So maybe if we help Lula, she'll have some more to tell us. Help Lula. Thanks, Donald. I can never remember which color lead goes to which pin. Lead? Lead. Lula begins unpacking a box of wires and terminals. Do you think there are paintings down here? Cave paintings? I mean, maybe some old pottery shards from when the world was young and early men and women huddled in these caves to... Do you know, I think cultural fossils are the saddest fossils. Sadder than animal remains, I mean. We might come across a petrified mollusk or a partial dinosaur footprint, and we say there was a point of contact here where a body touched the earth, and maybe there's a little bit of evidential garbage, but the life who owned that body never cared and has moved on anyway, and that's the end of it. But suppose I shine a lantern on one of these walls and see a crude painting, thousands of years old, 2 men and a woman, charcoal and blood on rock. Someone put that there to keep something on a rock after she passed. A hope, a relationship, or a moment. A worry, maybe, a regret. She made a painting to keep something alive for her, but like that dead mollusk and that dinosaur, she had to move on. Whatever it was is gone, and now we're looking at this painting, this dangling copy. No original. You have to head out. All right, Bogus Meat Factory. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate it. I mean, I don't know how this game can be spoiled or not spoiled. It's just so weird. It's so weird. That's all I'll say. Like, I don't even understand what's going on. I don't understand what's going on myself. It'll probably probably the spoilage would be in episode 4 or 5, when things start to maybe make sense. But anyway, good night. Have a great night. Thanks for the raid. Thanks for everybody for coming here from the raid. There's a lot of reading in this game, so you're interrupted by the ominous echo of a grating, scraping sound from the east, louder than before. What the hell was that? Let's check it out. Alright, here we go. We got a degauser. We can degauss the thing. Look at these graphics. They're so good. Whoa. no! You rush down the tunnel with Joseph and Luna close behind. What kind of... That got kind of intense back there. No wonder we're still thinking about it. I hope they've moved on by now. The tunnel narrows, and soon you find yourself crawling on your hands and knees. Navigating the tunnel gradually becomes more awkward as shook rock gives way to jagged crystalline surfaces. Stretches and scratches and taps echo from the end of the tunnel, some sort of piercing, some slower, and groaning as if dampened by water. Yeah, it's a tunnel, and I don't know what that is. The tunnel opens to a large room. It's a large room! In crystal room. Zap. It's a person. It's a person! It's a person!
Sweet, merciful crap!
You're in a large irregular cabin. The walls on the floor and ceiling are covered with crystalline projections. Strangers are here, scraping back mold from the crystals. They look up when you enter. One of them seems about to speak. Finally! Let's listen to what he has to say. The stranger reaches for a box he's carrying and presses a plastic button. The box whirs to life and a crackly voice blurts something unintelligible out, then slows in a deep gurgle. He looks at his companions momentarily in confused disappointment. Then he returns to his awful gaze to you. Joseph flees through a tunnel to the north. Lula flees through a tunnel to the northeast. Who do we want to follow? Let's follow Lula. Lula's headlamp scans across the northern passage as you turn. Soft shadows loom perplexingly from floor to ceiling. You feel around to distinguish shadows from crystals, but eventually find yourself cornered and you have hit a dead end. Who are they? Let's find out. Let's find a way out of here. That's not a verb I recognize. Yeah, tasty black crystal mold. You can't see anything. Listen, I think we've gone back to work. They seem strange somehow. Maybe they've forgotten about us. Alright, let's try to pass them quickly now. Don't make eye contact. Then we'll find our way back to the equipment. In bed quilt? You're in bed quilt, a long east passage with holes everywhere. Luna is here, panting for breath. Did they follow us? Where's Joseph? She seemed pretty scared. Reassure Lula. I know, but never mind. I don't want to think about it. I guess we should wait for Joseph here. This is where he'll go, right? May as well wait. Time passes. Lula nervously runs her hand along a vein in the cave wall. I guess we could wait for an hour or so. Let's search. I only understood you as far as you wanting to search. We have to be more specific. Typing search tunnel. You select a tunnel at random. Your lantern illuminates several sets of footprints on the moldy cave floor, but they are impossible to identify. With the equipment, search equipment. The various computers and audio equipment cast angular shadows into the tunnels as you scan slowly across the pile. Nothing. Joseph climbs down from the rope, still tied above. That damn sound. Those damn voices. I don't even know what direction I was running. I wove through the network of tunnels. I ran my hand along the wall, always turning left. Every turn, every rock felt the same. For all I knew, I was running in circles. Finally, I ended up here. And I hid. I panicked. I heard you talking, but I didn't think I could trust my senses. But listen, there's one thing I have to tell you. While I was out there lost in the tunnels and caves, I came across the Zero, and I had no idea. It's like a real place. They pick up garbage, they deliver mail, they go to work and to church, but it has an awful kind of emptiness. Wandering through, I heard horrible echoes. Weird images got burned in my mind's eye. A television, a scarecrow, a crystal, a feather, a sandwich, a CRT monitor, a bottle, an anchor. Luna looks down at her feet. What's up with Luna? Ask Luna what is up. Nothing. Just, Joseph, you sound disturbed. Lula, you've heard the same damn stories I have. It doesn't matter now, damn it. I'm leaving. To hell with all of that. Get him back on track. We're so close. You shout something at Joseph about the project you are working on together. You'll die in these damn cold caves. And what about those men? You know they'll come back. Tell them we can find somewhere to start a fire. Suggest finding a hiding place. You shout something at Joseph about going deeper into the caves. Did you hear their voices? They'll find you. But not me. I'm going back to the surface. Stop! Your stupid fight is ringing through the whole damn cave. Joseph is right. We can't stay here. I'm leaving too. But I'm not going back to the surface. I'm taking my station wagon. I'm heading down to Zero. Whoa, don't let her leave us here. Get Lula's attention. You plead with Lula about your continued collaboration. I'll send you this tape when I'm done recording. I'll put it in the mail, and then you see what your damn machine does with it. Lula and Joseph have left. Okay. In tunnels. This is like a story of what happened here. This is like the past. Abandoned by your collaborators, your confidants, your companions, the only two among your colleagues of whom you've ever trusted the gift of your friendship. Pretty thick. Sounds like Beardo had his heart broken. You wander the tunnels alone, dragging along the components of your unrealized masterpiece, combing the underground passages for a new site for which to realize your vision. Sounds like a genius. How do you mean? Vanity? Ain't it the truth? My Aunt Remedios, before she got into the whole, whatever that is, ethnomusicography thing, she was a painter, mostly nudes and oil. She had this model. I'll never forget him. Big, classy, physical guy. Looked like he was about to storm Troy. He made everyone call him the Colonel. Weaver and I saw this guy naked a lot, and you couldn't help it. He was also always posing somewhere in the house, chasing the light from room to room while Aunt Remedios made a sketch of his profile or worked on the right mark of pigments for his abdomen. The Colonel had this magnificent hair, long black hair that ran down just the bottom of his shoulder blades. One evening, he was standing next to an open window on the back of the house. The sun was setting. Early spring, I think. It was kind of windy. Aunt Remedios was trying to get his hair right. She kept arranging it, half half in front and half behind, running over his shoulders and laying across his chest in a very specific way. But it itched him or something, and he did this weird, indignant shuffle thing, where the wind from the open window would push it around, or he'd start and turn his neck when Weaver or I ran by, and everything would be tangled again. The final product was a swirl of black lines billowing around the top of his neck. Weird thing is, I don't even remember his face now. Just that black swirl. Probably the best one she ever painted. I love the degauss button. It doesn't really do anything. Look at that! That's so slick! I think that's where we are right now. This was a long episode. After that may have been years, you stumble out of after what may have been years, you stumble out of the tunnel into a cavernous open space. Stalactites adorn the ceiling like grotesques. In the center of the room is an enormous rocky spire. This is where you will set up your equipment and establish your legacy. And then we did. Hey look, it's Xanadu. Now is the time to continue your work. Research assistants. 0. Realism index, 37%. Romance index, 2%. Mold coverage, 0%. You may hire a new research assistant, assign assistants to a task, or sleep until tomorrow. Hire a new research assistant. Uploading job advertisements to university message boards. You have hired Mary Ann, who studies fine arts. You may assign research assistants to debugging, transcription, or speculation. Let's hire a new one. Hire another one. No applicants. Try again later. Alright, we'll sleep. Sleep. Time passes. Marianne muses about the love lives of fungal colonies. Now it's time to continue your work. Now it's a simulation. We hired Greg. We're gonna have Greg do debugging. Alright, now we're gonna sleep. Greg fixes some weird math with some weirder math. Greasy black mold is collecting on the computer equipment. Now it's time to continue your work. Alright. I have no idea what's going on. I'm telling you that right now. I guess we'll put them all on different things. Marianne widens tunnels slightly to reduce the need for extra crouch commands. He notates tunnel diameter as a function of length, postulates that that nature, not reason, is the master of industry. Intruders! Strangers are doing something to the equipment, but you can't make out what. You hide behind a rock until they leave. With trepidation, you emerge from your hiding place hours later. Now is the time to continue your work. Shannon, I'm not convinced that this is getting us any closer to 0. Research assistants 3. Oh, they got rid of all our mold! They're all gonna do debugging. Every single one. Echolocation algorithm. Bats now fly normally instead of getting hung up on other wings. Marianne identifies a bug in the oxygen level simulation, but is unable to fix it. Weaver fixed bugs. Greg fixed bugs. Weaver follows the strangers into the tunnel. She doesn't return, but neither do they. Are you sure you want to quit? Violence isn't the answer to this one. Research assistants come and go. You don't encounter the strangers again, but sometimes you hear the uncanny echoes of their voices off in the tunnels. Years pass. Molds accumulate. You and the remaining research assistants take the burning, disused equipment in the center of the room. The black mold is intensely flammable and makes an excellent catalyst. It leaves a sweet narcotic perfume. One night, you have visitors, outsiders, different ones. Then later that night, an old friend. Luna, you really did go deeper into the caves. Premature end of file. Press any key to quit. Huh? Okay. Scene 10? Whew! Man. Hall of the Mountain King again. What is going on? Hey, Lula is back. You really did go deeper into the caves. Well, you were easy enough to find. I've met a few of your former assistants. One can't help but hear things. So this is what became of our project. Oh, I've made some additions. Joseph stole the data tapes for the first half, so I've had some blank spots to fill. Yes, I know. I published his versions, actually. I'm sorry to report that it's a bit tediously sentimental. We found your doctor. Oh, good. Yes, you're looking not well, to be honest. You smell like a distillery. Have you been drinking? We've been looking for you. So you found the address data? Just pass it over to Donald here. Donald, will you be a dear and crunch these numbers? We're looking to sort out a street name collision. Dogwood Drive. Wasn't the Bureau going to process it? I insist. I have cycles to spare. I'll just pack my pipe and get to it. It should only be an hour or so. Andrew will carry it over to... I'll be at the Bureau for the rest of the night. Just market private materials for the attention of Senior Clerk Chamberlain. How did you get to the Bureau from here? The bridge! Yes, the bridge. Through the gate over there. Sentimental. Now we too recede into history. Good night, Donald. Meet me at the Bureau, and we'll get you on your way. Head counterclockwise to the cathode ray, then turn around. Then just clockwise until you find the Bureau. Between us, I think you should drive. Cathode ray, counterclockwise, counterclockwise. When we get the cathode ray, turn around. Okay. Got it. What is this mechanical noise that I keep hearing? Like, what is it? Who's making it? Who? Do we have a robot in our party and I don't know who it is. Who's the robot? Someone has left a portable tape recorder on the path. It doesn't appear damaged, but there's no tape to play or record. Okay. How exciting. A bookshelf is carried only partway up the path here before the project was abandoned. It's still useful, because its spire is crowded anyway. Okay. sensible modern electric lantern has been left here. The batteries have long since died. Okay. I think that's supposed to show that basically a lot of the stuff that we did in that game was actually a simulation of what happened before. What happened up there? I'm actually not sure. Very mysterious. Very mysterious. Yeah. No, we're going. We're going. Counterclockwise. That's this way. Until we hit the cathode ray tube, and then we turn around until we hit the bureau. There it is. I go this way. There it is. Bureau. There's the bureau. We found it! Scene 11! Scene 11. Whew! Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Oh, she's a robot! She's a robot. Our singer person is a robot. She kind of said such, but I don't know. Whatever. I guess no. Oh wait, she's here. Hey, you're new. Hey, you're Lula. Never mind. Here you are. Mary Ann has the rest of the evening off, so I'm minding the desk. Any word on the address? The results just came in by courier. Good news. Donald and his assistants were able to sort through the noise. I had Rick cross-reference the results against one of our records. We found a corresponding mail stop on the Echo River route. As it happens, the night ferry is scheduled to make its stop here shortly. The ferryman carries the mail and collects the garbage as well. I'm sure you can catch a ride out that way. You're welcome to wait here. I have to get back to packing. Are you going somewhere? I might. I'm feeling impulsive, and I like to be ready. Maybe back to Mexico. It's been years. They still have one of my sculptures in a museum down there. Did you know? Big, ugly, iron thing. Time to have it scrapped anyway. Safe travels. Try to stay out of the water. It's colder than it looks, and deep. I never realized she was a robot. Now we wait. How long do we have to wait? Oh, you know. Alright, what happened? What? In the church, the graveyard. You two came out of there all weird. What happened? It's okay, you can tell them. It doesn't matter anymore. Fine. So, we were in the graveyard. Oh, gonna be a flashback. Scene 12. Where the strangers come from. I guess we're gonna get to see it from their perspective now. And now we're gonna do this from our perspective, because, okay. I don't know what I expected. Strangers, he kept saying. Kind of vague already, isn't it? Donald's a stranger. Hell, you and I are practically strangers. Listen, earlier in the mine, I didn't want to talk about it, but you don't have to talk about it. What did you find down there? When I saw Weaver, she was on TV. I was testing a pretty simple tube repair, flipping through channels to check the saturation, and she was there. She was just there. It was kind of horrible. I mean, I told you she disappeared suddenly, ran away, but we thought she was dead. But what was she doing on TV? That's the part that I can't. I flipped past that channel a dozen times before in my test. It was one of those public access things, some old lady reading poetry, and then the next time I flipped to channel 2, Weaver. It's burned in my vision now. She's standing in a room. The walls are in a blank kind of gray. There's a tape on the walls, like markings and desks. A classroom, maybe. Camera's in the corner, so it's this sort of 45-degree angle into the room. And there's Weaver right in the center of the picture. I stopped turning the dial. Hell, I stopped breathing. Eventually she spoke, but there's no real sound. It's this awful hum. I read the closed captions. She said, "To go to the mine, I find something there." I can't remember her exact words. Whenever I try, I get distracted, fuzzy. It's so dusty in here, right? Yeah, real dusty. You'd think with all these holes in the ceiling. What the hell was this? Did you hear that? Or was that? Must have been the church settle. It must have. Oh my god! Or maybe this. Holy butts on a butt. Wait, now I'm the skeleton? The stranger activates the tape player slung on his shoulder. A crackly drawl echoes from the room. It is patient. It sounds like it should be smiling. My regrets. I hope I didn't keep you waiting long. We don't see a lot of foot traffic these days. I guess you're here about the job. I'm afraid we only have one opening at the moment. Horrible business. We're actually looking for information about an old computer. Certainly, I'll tell you everything you need to know. I've only just met you, but I feel certain there's a place for you here. I'll just take you over to meet the dispatcher, show you the trucks, get you familiarized. We can converse as we go. What is this place? Well, it's not an old church. Some kind of factory? Yeah, maybe, but what's it for? Why hidden away like this? And what's that smell? Like bread? Baking bread? Please follow me. Okay. Wait, where are we going? Are we going this way? We can degauss him. That. I have to ask you to step in here a moment. This is for your safety, to adjust your outfits just a bit. There's some protection headwear up on the wall back there. Please remove your shoes and eyeglasses. I'm not taking off my shoes. Oh, I understand. It's only a courtesy to... Well, do us a favor and put on the headwear anyway, just this way. We have headgear. I don't know where we're going, but I guess here. Wait, no, we're not going here. We just kind of stopped. Here's the fleet, huh? Oh, you just use these to get around internally. How big is this place? Oh, it's grown a great deal over the years. Incredible to think, really. When Mr. Bishop founded this operation, it was only about 1,800 square feet, and half of that or so was occupied by camouflage to keep the law out. Hiding out in the back of the old church, purifying spirits by handmade fire, a kettle, and a dream. So the trucks are just east a ways and shipping. You can become acquainted. Why did I not know how to say acquainted? Acquainted with the dispatcher there. Give me a tap on the shoulder. If you see something that catches your eye, always happy to show off the facilities. Sublime machinery. Okay. We're getting in here. What the heck is going on? This episode's so long. Like, seriously. Here it is. Now I have to ask, as a matter of course, what kind of experience do you have driving trucks? I drove delivery trucks for Antique Shop up until this last run. Ah, precious cargo. So you'll do just fine, and you can drive safely, can't you? I haven't any doubt now. It's only after what happened with Miguel this evening. What happened to Miguel this evening? Well, the dust is still clearing, of course. Perhaps he closed his eyes a moment, or simply hit a curve too devilish. I do pity ill-fated Miguel. He was good company and slow to anger, but if we're speaking confidentially, with all the lost product to be repaid, bourbon and glass dashed across the interstate, and a few casks too, we're all just thankful he had no next of kin. So let's see if we can ring up the dispatcher. Okay. Doolittle starts the truck and switches on the CB radio. A deep, monotonous voice drones over the dashboard speaker. 1020 on that load. Come back. Up in the Hummingbird Cave. 1012 City Kitty. This is a good time, dispatch. We may have found Miguel's replacement. Thought you might want to get acquainted. 10-9 coming in. Introduce yourself. Hello. Pleased to meet you. Tell dispatch something impressive about yourself. They're very well regarded here. You folks know anything about a moldy old computer? 9-9, wheel holder. Gotta pay the water bill. So I'm certain they'll call back before long. Let's take a look around the truck, eh? What is happening? Headlights work fine, see? That's important. Most of our product goes out at night. You never know when you'll run into the daylight, and dusk can be treacherously misleading with all the indirect light. Magic hour. Magic hour, sure. The angle of the sun at dusk and dawn means the light is mostly indirect reflections from the sky. Sure, it's those that sleep. Miguel pulled extra day shifts when he could. Sometimes we'd help him, you know. Sometimes over in bottling. You shouldn't have been out driving at dusk. Weird shadows, soft light, dangerous. Headlights look pretty okay. That they do. Moving on. Control the wipers with this knob here. They seem to have a decent torque to them. Hey, can't say they fare well on an ice storm, but we must never delay a shipment. Better to assume the risk. Always clear skies down here. That's all I hear, but most of the product is delivered by surface roads, which feel rain quite often, particularly in the spring months, so I hear. Wipers are fine. Tires. Oh, sure, I know you'll want to look. Kick the tires, that's the thing we do, isn't it? As though our knees could exert the kind of force these tires see out there on the road. We're more likely to hurt ourselves, isn't it? Isn't that the way? Sure, they're big machines, but they can be fragile. Absolutely. Truck deserves care and fearful respect, like a glass elephant. Miguel was a good driver, but he didn't have the quality of deference. Conway sat in a dim room full of folding chairs. The walls and ceilings were painted with old smoke, something red from the book. He drank coffee as it is. He listened. The speaker listed all the things we tried, that most people in the room were probably there by court order. A few others shared. They spoke in abstractions like a program of action, a good orderly direction, spiritual but not religious, spiritual but not religious but not spiritual. All the things we tried. Then it was over. They clasped sweaty hands to a short prayer and stepped back out into the morning. He started walking. He was always walking these days. It was good to slow down. It felt clarifying, like a walking meditation. The road ran by a creek for a while. He took an unforeseen detour where the creek and road parted, following the edge of the water. He skipped through stones alone, then stopped to consider an overturned boat. It was it was a kind of serenity that wandered and looking without purpose. He was coming to rely on these moments. Now, what else can we show you? Okay. What is happening? Looks like it's just about ready to go out. We have some good, strong folks in shipping here, so you never need to worry about loading if you don't want to. Bit hard on the knees and back at our age, eh? Of course you'll have to unload at the destination. That's what the job. That's the job. And some drivers like the extra shift stacking and loading here. I shouldn't really be doing any lifting these days. I see. Well, surely we can spare a dolly and carrying strap for your health and safety. Sounds like a lot of work around here. It's in our interest, friend. After all, we must meet our financial obligations. The truck's radio cackles back to life. Driver, come back. Ah, there's dispatch. Now tell them about your expectations. Tell them the truck's in good shape. Tell them you'll start in the morning. Decades, dispatch. 10:33, dispatch. Got 2 black eyes and the flock of crocodiles. Come back. 10-4. Back it down and prick your eyelids, driver. Come back, limb. 10-4. Come back, wheel holder. 10-4. Dispatch is addressing you into radio. He's here, dispatch. Got your ears on? Good. Listen to this. So I think that went well. Let's head back up to logistics and seal the deal then. And I've got one more thing to show you. I have no idea what's going on. Like, 0 ideas. Like, they make the whiskey. They're like skeleton people. They look like they're made by the computer that was They're made of mold, maybe? I don't know. They're like computer projections or something, and we have a singer who's a robot. I have no idea. Let's head back upstairs, I have one more thing to show you. Wait, we only came here looking for some answers about this stupid moldy computer. Oh, the old man in the cave with a moldy computer? This black mold is drawn to whiskey. Feeds on ethanol fumes. You see, as we age the whiskey, some of it inevitably evaporates in the air. The angels share. It goes through the vents here and out into the caves. If we can scrape up the mold, we usually apply some pressure and cold to it, squeeze and condense the angel's share back into a drinkable whiskey. Every drop counts when you're making a living on this stuff, so we'd go down and scrape it off as equipment, just like any other place it grows. He kept sending his people here to drive us away. Paranoid, truly paranoid. Well, now we have the formula, so we don't need to go collecting mold. Since we stopped going down there, I'm sure the mold's gotten pretty thick. Try cleaning it off the timing crystal. That'll get you going, I'm sure of it. So, join me upstairs. Okay. Let's degauss you. Mold is part of the whiskey making process. If you don't mind... Why is it so dark now? This game's so weird. Adding machine. Here it is, a beauty, wouldn't you say? It's an antique, you know. What is it? Why, it's an adding machine. This is where we come for our daily ritual to calculate the day's interest and repayment according to the formula. The formula is capitalized. It's like they worship the formula. I usually do so at the beginning of my shift, so I know how many hours I need in order to keep up. Yes, I believe you'll do well here, sir. Happy to have you. Congratulations, you're hired. Wait, we can't... It's customary here to start each day with a shift drink. Let's make it special. Mark the occasion. This is the top shelf stuff. Now, single barrel. He doesn't... Down the hatch. I mean, we don't have a choice. Like, I don't. I didn't even click. I did not even do the clicking. I didn't do the clicking or the moving. The mouse moved by itself and clicked by itself. I'm telling you right now, my hands were not on the mouse when that happened. I never clicked. Decent enough. Welcome aboard. He's not working for you. We have to get back to this. He has a delivery to make. What's this? Not working? Are you turning down this opportunity? She's right. I have to make this, I'm disappointed. And I'm afraid that leaves us with a delicate problem, as I indicated. This is the top shelf stuff you're drinking now. It isn't cheap. If it's not your first shift drink, well, there's the matter of this tour just now. My time and experience are billed at quite a premium. This is not good for you, my friend. You're in quite deep. By my back off the envelope estimations, well, we have that in common, I suppose, all of us. Yes, I'm afraid you'll have to work this off somehow. It's just the way of it. What's happening right now? You can start tomorrow. Take the time to settle your affairs, of course. The interest begins to compound immediately, and, well, we'll go over the formula when you get here. I should get back to work. See you tomorrow then. Okay. So I guess I start in the morning? I guess. I'm confused. Me too. I'm also confused, Ezra. It's just the way of these things. These things go, kid. Huh? Well, that still gives us a few hours to roam, right? Where's that ferry? And what's up with my leg? And what's up with Homer? Hey, there's the ferry. There it is. It's got an elephant on it. What? An elephant? I think that's probably the end of the episode. It's my guess. End of Act 3. Alright, that is the end of it. That was really long.